So if you can, please don't think that liking somebody too much, getting attached is a bad thing.
I think I really need to hear that, because my last string of people that I got attached to, one of the things I was told is I'm too much.
Yeah.
And that, it was too much for them. So it's been nice to hear that that's okay.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back to Gaming About Life, the channel where we play video games, we talk about life, and hopefully you get something good out of it. Something that will help you become happier, something that will help you become wiser, something that will help you just live a better life. Because that's the objective of the channel. And today, I have awesome lights in the background, right? It's amazing how good does it look now. But I also have Sam. She's my dear friend. We worked together in the past, and we want to talk about relationships while we play Jump Force, which could go either way. As you've seen, if you have the other videos, it's really hard to concentrate on it, but we're gonna do our best. All right. So, relationships. I'll start off by saying that I'm only 28, so yes, only. Wait, what do you mean only question mark? Please.
Like
only? Wow, you're so old.
No, like it's just like you're only 25, but then I'm only 24.
So now we're gonna focus on my side here. I'm gonna crop right there. You're not gonna see her, and this is the rest of the video.
This is gonna be your video right now. Yeah. You're so mean to me. Why am I young? Yeah. So what were you saying? You're only 28.
Yes, I'm only 28, so I've had a few experiences, of which my first relationship ever it lasted 7 years, and that's pretty much what made me who I am in regards to finding the right person and whatnot, because I have a really strong base on what I believe love is and what I believe a good healthy relationship is. So it could go either way. So for me, and obviously please take in consideration that this is advice that coming from my personal point of view, from Sam's personal point of view, doesn't mean that it's all 100% going to apply to you, because obviously you're a different person. But for me, having that first relationship really just molded me into believing exactly what I want. But that's the thing, independently of where you are right now, if you're 15, if you're 20, if you're 30, 40, 50, it doesn't matter. Where you are right now, the people that you used to be attracted to might not be, and most likely aren't, the people who you are attracted to now, and they most likely won't be the people who you're attracted to in the future, because you're going to grow up, you're going to grow maybe in a completely different direction of where you are today, and that inevitably will mold you to like different types of people. You might like to find people who like what you do right now, then that may be partying and going out, or it might be staying home and watching movies. Like, your taste in people and things, everything is going to change as you grow. And I guess that's the first thing to take into consideration. Like, don't be upset that you get into a relationship and you start liking somebody, and you're really into them, but maybe after a few months, maybe after a few weeks even, or years, you start to not like them as much. Look, it's not exactly a bad thing. It's okay. I think people get this confused, get this mixed up. It's okay to grow up and unfortunately not have the person who you love follow you in that that growth as well, because hopefully you change for the better. And unfortunately, if your partner doesn't change with you, it's only natural that you're going to grow apart from each other, because you're becoming two different people. They're staying behind while you're growing up. And again, don't criticize them. Don't think that it's a bad thing for them. Like, don't judge them for it. Don't be mean to them because, oh, why aren't you growing as fast as I am, or why aren't you you're two different people. Like, you didn't know each other before you knew each other. So, like, don't be angry at them. Don't blame them for not growing at the same pace that you are, and vice versa. And if you feel like they are growing faster than you are, don't feel bad for yourself. If you love them and if you feel like the direction that they are going in is the direction you want to go to, then great, go together. Get them to help you. So I'll start by saying that, you're gonna grow. People might not grow with you, and that's totally okay. It's okay to find somebody new. It's okay to, just talk to each other and be like, hey, we end up being two different people, So
Yeah.
that's my first go.
That's really good that you have that perspective of having been in a long-term relationship before, so having that basis of knowing what is good and what you like. And yeah, I think that's really cool. So my longest has been a year, or just under a year. And I guess it wasn't so much us growing in different directions, although that was a part of it. It was more so we just weren't really quite suited to begin with.
Yeah.
And we still went with it anyway, which might work for some people. Like, they might be completely different, and that's fine. They like that. With us, it would, and I guess my track record with relationships is us loving each other, but just not being compatible in the sense that of what we like to do and how we want to grow and what kind of people we want to be. I think was something that I definitely had to learn and be okay that it's all right to discover that you don't want that anymore. I think it's definitely something I learned that I can't talk and play at the same time.
It's hard. It is really freaking hard.
It was good when you were talking, because then you stopped and I could just hit you. It was great. Why can't you be the character that doesn't like hitting women?
Oh yeah, now making that mistake again. Yes, I understand. Yeah, it's your experience. You went through that, you grew through it, and you realized at one point or another, in your life that is okay. That's what happened. You unfortunately didn't start off well. Like from the beginning, it wasn't something that was going to be compatible. But again, that's fine. Like, you moved on, you had all the experiences, and you're going to have more experiences. And same for you guys watching. Like, it's a world full of people. Like, there is literally 7.6 billion people in the world today. Like, that's something I always tell people. Yes, love is great and stuff hurts, but are we really gonna get upset about a relationship and interaction with one person? I won, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that.
Like there's so many people out in the world that I get that like, it is tough to break away and break apart and go separate ways. It's really freaking tough. But with so many people out in the world, there's so much potential to find that person who you're not going to have the next breakup, to find that person who you're not going to argue as much as you did. You're not going to feel separate from just because you're simply two different people. There's plenty of people in the world. Like the old saying goes, there's plenty of fish in the sea. You literally just have to be as patient as a fisher and just keep fishing.
I find that really helpful, I think, because I have had a string of people who haven't worked out, but it's just thinking, okay, it's all right. There's going to be plenty more people where that came from, and it's going to work out when it's meant to work out, I think.
Everything happens for a reason. It happens when it's supposed to happen. That's what I believe in. And that kind of does lead me into the second thing that I was going to say, which is the whole waiting. Should you, just wait, live your life, wait for that person to show up? Should you go after that person? Or should you just keep meeting new people and trying different things? Again, just remember that what works for me might not work for you. You might not like it, but I personally, most of my life, I believe that waiting worked better for me. I preferred to wait for that person who was more reciprocal, that person who was it matched the things that I wanted to do. We had similarities, we were more compatible than to just go out and meet people and hook up and like, oh no, this doesn't work out. And it's like, that's what I prefer to do, to be patient. Lately, I've realized that I could see the benefit. I could see the other option of meeting different people. What the frick? Oh,
wait, what? I just broke the game.
Bro, you broke the game.
I broke the game.
You literally, like...
Yeah, but I was like badass.
It froze. It literally froze. Like the ice froze. Yeah. Like it's in slow motion.
Wait, is that supposed to happen?
No.
Guys, I'm just that great at this game.
What
it's your control, or is it my controller? Could you play and connect a supported controller?
Maybe
I did nothing. I did a massively amazing hit, and you just couldn't take it, so you sabotaged it.
My brain couldn't process all of it. No. No.
Just 100% no. But anyway, what you were saying something about doing the long-term approach, but then changing?
Yes. I realized that for me, again, this is for me, I feel like it would be fine as well, and I think that this is also part of it, to experience, different people. Now, take this with a huge grain of salt, because what I mean personally for me is not like going out to clubs, hooking up, and like just doing very what you call it, like just casual things that there's no emotion behind them. It's just like lust, and it's just like physical interest. Yes, it's all great. We're all primates. We're all we all have those needs, but in the long run, it's not beneficial. Like just meeting people for the sake of meeting and hooking up like that. Hey, if it's for you, then great. Continue doing what you're doing. I'm nobody to tell you otherwise. But what I think, what works for me, and what I think is I missed that is good.
No.
Is
stop choosing.
If you are going to meet somebody new and you want to date a few people and experience, like, that is fine, because that's also going to help you find a person who's compatible with you. You might think that, I want somebody who's has an active lifestyle that I do. But maybe when you find a partner, maybe that's not the type of partner you want. Maybe in your head you think that's what it is, but maybe you're like, actually, no, I like my, to go on runs, I like to do my exercise by myself, actually, or with my other friends. I don't think I actually want a girlfriend to do it with, or a boyfriend to do it with.
Or you're like me and you don't run.
Yes. So experience different people is fine. It's great. I think you should, or I recommend, put more emotion to it. Yes, going on dates is fine, and it's not like you're gonna fall in love. Well, you could, but you're not gonna put all your love out there on the first date. But if you do go to a second, third, fourth date, then keep it light. Keep it still put it in your head that I'm just meeting this person, and they could be anything. Always have your mind open. And if you feel like you rather wait, and you find the right one, that's fine. Go and do it. But if you feel like I said, I just realized that I'm fine actually to experience different people, to see if they actually who I want, or to actually be like, because I've experienced these different people, I know that what I thought initially was right. Yes, I did want that type of person. So I think both are fine, as long as you don't excessively put yourself out there, and then without much consideration for your own well-being.
That's a big one.
It's fine. Just take care of yourself in the first place, and do what you need to do. If you feel like you want to meet people online, then do that. If you want to do a bit old school and go out to bars, go out to restaurants, to different places, events, and find people there, that's great too.
See, I've never gone looking for someone in a bar or a club or anything. I've never met someone from that and then went and dated from that. That'd be a completely new experience.
See, that's something that you could experience as well. Yeah.
So I always switch up between. I find myself switching up between the long game and the short game kind of thing. Yep. So I'll go through a bad thing and then I'll be like, nah, staying single for a while. Yeah. Not gonna happen. I'm waiting for the one, and then I meet someone and I get very easily attached. Yep. That's my problem.
Same.
So I get very emotionally attached to people, and then it's just downhill from there. So I think for me the big thing is, like you were saying, taking it slow and keeping in mind that it's okay for it not to work out. Oh, who is this guy? Why is his hands taped?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know what anime he's.
I'm trying him.
It's okay.
He's a bit weird, but he might be good. Anyway, yeah. So I'm within myself learning a bit more that it's okay to try different people and to go on dates and to, in reason, as long as I'm keeping myself safe, and also just not getting too attached too easily, though. That's definitely a big thing for me.
See, I want to comment on that, because as you brought it up, I feel the same, because I do also get very, very easily attached to people, even just friendships and whatnot. It's not always just relationships.
Yeah.
First, I just want to comment on how the fuck you're beating me up already.
This chick is amazing.
Yeah,
How good is she? She's Mermaid fairy.
Mermaid fairy.
Well, she's green, greeny blue, so it makes me think of the ocean. And when I first saw her, I was like, oh, she's definitely like an undine or a nymph or something. But then she's got wings, so I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, you're distracting me. That was on purpose. Hey, no! Ha. Why has she got ice now?
Didn't she had it before?
I'm so confused by what she is.
I don't know.
Anyway, sorry, continue the thought.
Yes. What was I gonna say?
No idea.
I missed, frick. You were saying about getting attached, but what was the other thing? Oh, meeting people in different places.
Yes.
It's great. Like the last person that I was with, which unfortunately only lasted a few weeks, I met at work, and I don't think I told you that story.
No, what? Okay, tell me later, specifically who.
Yeah, it's oh my god, stop!
I know how to get him flustered.
Was through work. Like it was a casual like. See, this is the thing that I really am getting into and believing a lot more. Not that I didn't believe before, but I guess I'm reiterating it to myself. Is that you tend to meet the people you want to be with or want to be around when you're doing things that you like. You know, when like I was at work, but I was having the time of my life. Like I do love work. You know what we do at work. Which, by the way, if you don't know, we work. I work still. Yeah, work at a theme park. It's kind of like Disney, but Warner Brothers here in the Gold Coast in Australia. Yeah, I was having fun. It was a Christmas event, and I was just walking around, you know, doing some fire checks. And
you're a firewalker.
Yes. And I met her, and things just really hit it off really quickly. Because like I was in a good mood, she was in a good mood. We both liked what we were doing. Anyhow. Yeah, and I think, yeah, like if you have, you know, trouble finding people, like trying to meet people, you know, go do something that you like doing. You know, if you like, you know, video games and stuff, go to, like you do, like, you know, pop culture and stuff, go to conventions and try to, you know, meet somebody there. Or if you just meet people because, you know, for the fun of meeting people, just see that if it could go somewhere else, you know. And then, yeah.
Cool.
Then the other thing I was going to say, which was being too attached and stuff, which we'll go one more and we'll finish off on that one, is, and I think a lot of people can, you know, you can maybe relate to this as well, getting easily attached to somebody is not a bad thing. It sometimes may be seen as something, you know, that you put yourself out too much and you love somebody too much, but really stop to think about what people are saying about it and what you're thinking about it, and just stop to think about it for a second. How can liking somebody quote unquote too much be a bad thing? How can, you know, putting yourself out there, having, you know, your heart up your sleeve be something bad? Yes, no, I get that could put you in danger, you know, physically, you know, mentally, emotionally. Yes, I get that. And yes, we should all be more aware of, you know, our the people that we are, you know, around and the people who we are, you know, getting to be more intimate with. But the core essence of it, and I think it's because, you know, over the years it just becomes more and more like, you know, twisted, is that we start to think that actually the act of liking somebody too much is a bad thing, which is not. You're literally expressing your love. Like, if anything, music and movies and, you know, pop culture has taught us is that, you know, we need more love in the world, you know, like, you know, we need more kindness, we need more, you know, more things that make you happy, more things that, you know, take care of you, that are, you know, kind, people that are nice and stuff like that. So if you can, please don't think that liking somebody too much, you know, getting attached is a bad thing.
I think I really need to hear that, because my last string of people that I got attached to, one of the things I was told is I'm too much. Yeah. And that, you know, it was too much for them. So it's been nice to hear that that's okay.
Yeah. It is. It totally is. Because, and I'll say this because it's what I heard and it made sense to me, is that you, quote unquote, being too much for somebody just means that that person is not for you. Because when you go and find another person who also is quote unquote too much, you're not going to be too much to each other. You're going to be just enough. You're going to even be more than they expected. And that's going to be a good thing because they're exactly where you are too. Like, if you have a lot of love to give, you just need to find somebody who has a lot of love to give and a lot of love to receive. That's just it. You're simply being yourself. As long as, obviously, you're not harming somebody, you're not being abusive, you know, like, then there's nothing wrong with, you know, being too much. You know, it's... I don't know. When I heard it, it made sense to me because it just means it just goes back to compatibility. You know, like you can. Oh, there's a quote that I remember I saw on Instagram, which was, "You can be the whole package, but still arrive at the wrong address." Like,
yeah,
you know, you can be the person that, you know, is like an example of what a perfect partner would be. But if you're with somebody that is not reciprocal, somebody that doesn't value, doesn't realize that, then you know it's gonna naturally make you feel like you're nothing because you're so full of life, but that person that you are with is not. You know, and again, nothing wrong with them either, but it's just a compatibility.
Yeah.
So I don't think being too much is a thing. I don't think we should think about it like that. I think that being too much just means that you're alive. You're alive because a good part of my life I was like, I don't think I feel emotions. I was really like through my depression. I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling something. And now I'm like, I'm full of life. Like I know I'm excited. I'm always excited. I'm always energetic. I'm always happy. And I'm like, this is how I want to be. And if somebody doesn't match this, you know, who I am, that's fine. As I said like a little bit earlier, there is 7.6 billion people in the world. I'm not going to be bothered about like, you know, 100, 1,000 that don't like who I am. I have like other hundreds and thousands to go and meet and become friends with.
So we just have to find people just as quirky and out there as we are.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's it. Like there are like it could be you. Like you could be watching this and be like, yes, I understand that. I feel that. Like let's be friends. Like, you know, that's how I feel when I meet different people. You know. So I don't think there's anything wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with being too much. You're never going to be too much. I think you're not enough. I think we're always, and most of the times, not enough. You know. So. Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
That's something, definitely something I had to hear, and probably something you guys had to hear as well, is that we never are too much. And maybe you're warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, and if you're warm and fuzzy, or if you think you're cold and well, like that's fine too. You are who you are. If you want to change, you're the one that can make that decision. You know, if you feel like you need to change, then change. If you feel like after you change that's not really you, then go back. Like, experiment with yourself. Like it's the whole thing of finding who you are, kind of thing.
There's no wrong answer.
Oh, there's absolutely
just working out who you are, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And you can chop and change however much you want, as long as you're being true to yourself.
100%. Yeah, life is an experiment, and in experimentations, there's no mistakes. There's only progress. So the more answers you get, quote unquote, wrong, it just brings you closer to the right answer.
That's true.
That's it. So,
yeah. Oh. Look at us being motivational.
Well, it is the channel, and
that's
that is
true.
the top
That's
of the
true.
channel.
That's true.
Well, I beat Sam like 7 times already, and you guys saw it. It's on tape.
You have to remind me. It's now going to be on the interwebs forever.
Oh, and ever and ever.
Great.
Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video made sense to you. I hope that you got something good out of it. I will be recording a few more videos, so this is kind of be like a part 1 to, you know, this few videos that I'm making with Sam today. And if there's anything that I can do, please send me a message. I'll if Sam wants to, I'll link her Instagram and whatever, you know, down below if you want to talk to her. You know, if you want a female's perspective on things, you have mine. My social media is going to be here. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that you stay who you are, and remember, there's nothing wrong with being you. And that's it.
Awesome. Bye.
See you in the next video. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, if this video even helped you in some way, hit the like button just down below. It makes a very, very big difference. If you know somebody that could benefit from this video, hit that little share button or just comment and tag them down below. It really would help, you know, to spread the joy, spread the happiness. And lastly, if you want to see more of these videos, then hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing. It takes only a second, and it helps the channel grow. And if the channel grows, I can dedicate more time to it. I can make more videos, therefore help you more often and help more people as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.